In this video, we're going to take a look at a relatively new player in the flashlight game who's come out with some really budget price flashlights with a pretty good set of features. That's the folks at Atactical. This video, we're going to take a look at their Atactical A1. That's what's coming up next on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose. My name is Brian. Thanks for joining me. And yes, this is another flashlight review. You know that I'm a fan of through night flashlights. Well, they've kind of partnered up with the folks at Atactical to create a little bit lower budget line of flashlights that maybe don't have all the features of a through night, but they do offer a lot of great features, and the price is very attractive. They have this Atactical A1 we're going to look at now, but the folks at Atactical were kind enough to send me this so I can show it to you, and they're also sponsoring this video. So even though this is a budget flashlight, we're going to put this one through the ringer, so there's no appearance of bias or anything because it's sponsored. But anyway, before we do that, let's just talk about this thing real quickly. You notice this is just pretty much a standard size little flashlight. It's about 5.5 inches by 1 inch. You can check out the specs on their website or on their Amazon page. But again, that's about a standard size. This thing features a Cree XP-G2 LED, standard tail cap button, rubber tail cap button, aluminum, aircraft grade aluminum, ultra clear glass lens. This has a clear reflector, not an orange peel. Has a removable pocket clip on it that does not reversible, so it's going to be lens down carry. It's got the flattened tail cap wings so that you can stand it up if you need to. Does not have like a strike bezel or anything. That's one of the things they left off to keep the price down. But it does have the anti-roll knurl here, and then it's got a metal side switch on it to change the modes. Just a very nicely constructed flashlight like you've seen a lot of. But in spite of the fact that these Atactical flashlights are kind of on the budget price range for the high lumen flashlights, this is again 550 lumens. It's about 20 bucks on Amazon, so pretty good there. It really has some pretty cool features, which I like maybe better than even some higher end flashlights. We'll talk about the first one right now. This thing features a really unique 18650 battery, and so it's an 18650 battery. See that right there? It's got a mini USB port. The battery itself is rechargeable with USB. You don't have to have an external charger. That is pretty cool in my opinion. But just in case, I wanted to find out if it will work with a regular battery. And this is just a through night 18650, the kind that you have to charge with some sort of external charger. Or at least the flashlight itself has to be a charger, like the TC12. Anyway, you put it works with a regular 18650 also, as you can see. So, but we're going to put the one that came with it back in, and let's talk real quickly about a couple of other features I think are pretty cool. First of all, this thing has a low battery indicator. When the battery starts depleting, it'll flash twice. So you can have it on, it'll flash off, on twice. And it does that about every minute or so once the battery starts getting down. So it lets you know you're about to run out of battery, but it doesn't just cut off on you. And I think that's a really good feature because it's just a bummer when all of a sudden you got no light. That gives you a little bit of warning and lets you know you need to change your batteries or charge your batteries. So pretty cool feature there. Let's talk about the light levels. We'll do some scientific testing, and we'll let it get dark. First of all, this thing does not have a firefly mode. The low mode is 10 lumens, and that's good for 5.5 days. Next level up is medium. It is 63 lumens, good for 19 hours. Next level after that is high at 200 lumens, good for 5.5 hours. Finally it goes to turbo, which is 550 lumens, good for 3.3 hours. Also has a 550 lumen strobe, good for 4 hours. And then the third feature, which I think is pretty cool, is this cycle through here. At 550 lumens, as you cycle through, it goes to an SOS, which is really cool. It doesn't have a battery duration on the SOS, but I'm guessing it's going to be at least 3 or 4 hours. But pretty cool. I really think the SOS mode is a good feature to have on a flashlight. You may never need it, but it doesn't hurt anything to have it if you do. So let's talk about another couple of things real quick, and we'll get to doing some testing on this thing. A couple of things are a little bit different about the controller here also. So when you've got it at whatever level you put it on, if you say you got it at medium, which we're at medium now. If you want to go to turbo and you keep it there for more than maybe 5 or 6 seconds, when you click it again, it goes back to low. So it doesn't automatically go to the next level. Once you have it at the level you want, you wait too long. I think it's just a few seconds, and you click it again, it's going to go back to low again. So as you see, we cycle through, we're kind of on high. We'll wait a minute, and then we'll click it again, it goes back to low. So that's one thing I wanted to point out about the controls. The other thing I've noticed is, and I've been using this thing for a little while, is that when you get it to the SOS, and then you turn it off, wait just a few seconds, You turn it back on, it goes back to the turbo, not the SOS. And then the strobe is pretty common. Once it's on, if you just long press it, and it's going to be a strobe alert for those of you who that bothers, it just goes to the strobe. And then if it's off, you can long press it, it doesn't do anything. So that's another small difference between this and maybe some more expensive flashlights. Finally, one more kind of cost saving measure they did. This does not come with any kind of holster or anything. It just comes with the pocket clip, no holster involved, and then it comes with a couple of extra O-rings in the box here, and it comes with a little charging cable for the battery. So just a little bit of a different feature set there, just to kind of help save some money. But before we make a final decision as to whether it is a good value, let's take you back to the old scientific testing facility here at Survival on Purpose Worldwide headquarters, and we'll see if this thing cuts the mustard. Okay, so here we are with the A1, Atactical A1. We're going to do a drop test, and it's rated to 1.5 meters drop resistant. That doesn't say drop proof. So there's still a chance this thing will break, and that doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. We've had this conversation before about flashlight testing. It is an electronic device. It's got circuit boards in it. This is not your grandpa's flashlight, which probably wouldn't survive a 1.5 meter drop very frequently either. But we're going to drop it and see what happens. I think it's probably about a meter and about 1.5, somewhere around here around chest high. So that's what we'll do. We'll drop it once. Still working. Drop it twice. Still working. Let's just cycle up a little bit more, you can see it better. And one more time. Oh, that was a good bounce. Still working. So there we go. Just so there's no funny business, just to show you, it's still working. Everything's good. I have skint another one. So let's go see how well this thing does a little bit of diving. Okay, I'm down here at the submersion evaluation assembly, and man, I hate to even open this thing up because the last time I looked at it, it was nasty, and I still hadn't cleaned it out. But got the Atactical A1. We'll turn it on low because it's good for several days on low. Make sure all the O-rings and seals are tight, and we'll let me get out of the way so I don't splash any of this stuff on me, and we'll drop her in. Okay, she's in there now. We'll give it about 30 minutes and come back. As you can see, hopefully you can see that, it's about 6:35. Tugnaris did, in fact, build Rome in a day. Okay, it is now about 7:07, if you can see that. So let's see what we got here. Let me take some stuff off. I don't want to get all this stuff nastified. Yes. Okay, here's the old A1, and you can see it is dripping stinking wet. Working just fine. Turn it off, turn it on. All right. Okay, so that's a drop test and submersion test for the Atactical A1. Let's let it get dark and see how well this thing does at night. Okay, here we are in the dark with the Atactical A1 flashlight. And right now we're looking at this forlorn concrete planter on the low setting of 10 lumens, which again is good for 5.5 days. And as we pan up, you can see that you can sort of see out a little ways out there. You see a spot in the grass. You can kind of see the submersion evaluation assembly out there in the distance, barely, because it's white, it kind of reflects. But if we go to the next level, which is 63 lumens, see how that does, it lights up, and you can kind of see not bad out there at the distance at about 25 yards or so. And we go to the next level, we're going to go cycle through again because we went back down. Now it's 200 lumens, good for 5.5 hours, and that's pretty good. If you go to turbo, which we'll have to go through the whole thing again because once again as we click it, it goes to low, medium, high, and then finally the turbo at 550 lumens. Pretty bright indeed. In fact, I'm going to go out there and shine it back at the camera and show you the SOS. Okay, well that was the nighttime shots of the Atactical A1 550 lumen flashlight, and I'm actually shining this thing at the wall behind the camera now, reflecting off, so it's really doing a pretty good job of lighting me up for kind of a quick wrap up. So once again, 550 lumens at the time of this video for $20 on Amazon, which I think is a really good deal. Again, there's a few less features than a higher price light. No firefly mode, no holster. But really, that's really about it as far as I can see. I like the fact that it does have an SOS feature. It does have the low battery indicator, and it's got the really cool USB rechargeable battery, which is, I think, is a pretty cool feature too. So, man, these mosquitoes are out already. So again, I think it's a heck of a deal for 20 bucks. Once again, thanks to the folks at Atactical for sending me this so I can show it to you and for sponsoring this video. As always, thank you for watching Survival on Purpose. I put out a new video every Friday, every Saturday, and very often at other random times throughout the week. You can check out another video right here. And if you're not subscribed, you can fix that by clicking right down here. Remember, survival's not an accident, so be prepared. I'll see you next time.